Hello everyone, I'm Aqilah. So today's video, I will guide you the step-by-step instructions to incorporate your own company's number through SSM online application, which is MyCoID. So these are a little bit of the function of MyCoID, which is this application refers to the company incorporation number that is assigned by SSM. Let us proceed with the steps of direct incorporation by using MyCoID application. Step 1. Open your internet browser and navigate to the URL of mycoid2016.ssm.com.my. Scroll down the page and click on Login or Sign Up Now button to go to MyCoID 2016 login page. MyCoID 2016 login page should appear like this. If you are the new user, you may click to the Sign Up button to register your account. Second step is from the MyCoID welcome page, in the username field, enter your email address that you have registered with MyCoID. In the password field, enter your password, then click Sign In button. You are now presented with a captcha character. Enter the characters according to what is displayed. Click Proceed button to sign in into your MyCoID system. Step 3. Name search and direct incorporation. Upon login into the system, you will be directed to the customer portal homepage. You will be directed to the name search page. In the name search page, enter the company name you intend to search in the proposed company name field. You need to enter the proposed company name without the abbreviation of Senior Berhad or Berhad. The purpose, type, and company subtype has been defaulted to N new incorporation as limited by shares and Senior Berhad respectively. You can change them according to the purpose of your new incorporation. Then, you may click the search button. If the name proposed is allowed to be submitted, you may click the submit button. Once submit button is clicked, you are redirected to the superform. 5 sections in superform, which are particulars of application, clarification, application details, directors, members or shareholders, and information to agency, declaration section, and lodger information. Section A. Particulars of application. This information will be auto-populated from name search application. You do not need to do anything here. Section B. Clarification. Clarification on the proposed company name. Fill only in if it is applicable. Leave blank otherwise. If you type any input in the text box number 3, 4, 5, and 6, then the attachment is mandatory to upload. Click Choose File button to select File and click Upload button to upload. Section C. Application Details. You shall add the business code that is related to your nature of business by clicking Add button. You are then redirected to Business Code page where you are required to select business code or description that is related to your business. You may select from the drop-down or you can type in the provided text field and system will show related selection for you to choose. Once done, click on the Save button. Once saved, you are redirected back to the superform. The selected entry is displayed under the business code or description table. You may add more than one entries that is related to your nature of business, but not more than 3 entries. You are required to enter business description to elaborate business code or description on the nature of business that you just added. In the registered address field, enter the address of the company. And from the country, state, city, and postcode drop-down list, select the country, state, city, and postcode for the address. And for the email field and in the office number, also fax number field, enter the email, office number, and fax number of the company. If the registered address is identical to the business address, click on the same as above checkbox. The information that is entered on the top section will be copied over to the bottom section. If the registered address and business address information is not the same, you may enter the particulars separately. In the business address field, enter address of the company. From the country drop-down list, select the country for the address. In the office number field, enter the office number of your company. In the fax number field, enter the fax number of the company. Next, we are still in section C, particular of directors. On the directors tab, if you are registered as individual during user registration, you are automatically listed as director of the company. If you want to add more directors, click the add button. After click add button, you are redirected to this page. From the ID type drop-down list, select the identification type. Based on the ID type, in the ID field, enter the identification number of the director. In the name field, enter the name of the director. If the selected identification type is NRIC, the date of birth is automatically populated once you enter a valid NRIC. Otherwise, in the date of birth field, select the date of birth of the director by clicking calendar icon. From the nationality drop-down list, select the nationality of the director. If the selected identification type is NRIC, the gender is automatically populated once you enter a valid NRIC. Otherwise, in the gender field, select the gender of the director from the date picker. From the race drop-down list, select the race of the director. In the address field, enter the residential address of the director. From the country drop-down list, select the country for the director's address. By default, it's set to Malaysia. From the state, city, and postcode drop-down list, select the state, city, and postcode for the director's address. In the email field, enter the email of the director. In the mobile number, office number, and fax number field, enter the mobile number, office number, and fax number of the director. Then tick the checkbox. Promoters, directors are not disqualified under the Companies Act 2016 and has given consent as promoter or director as the case may be under Statement of Compliance by Promoter or Director section. And tick the checkbox, this person is also a member if added director is also a member to the company. Then click the Save button to proceed. If you wish to add more directors, please repeat step number 2 and 23. Section C, the particular of members or shareholders, are quite similar with the particulars of directors. On the members or shareholders tab, if you are also a director, you are automatically listed here. If you want to add more members or shareholders, click the add button. After click add button, you are redirected to members page. For members or shareholders, you may add from existing registered individual in MyCoID or new individual. You may also add members or shareholders from body corporate. For adding in members information as the new individual, first select individual as promoter type. Select new or existing member. From the ID type drop-down list, select the identification type of the member. Based on the ID type, in the identification number field, enter the identification number of the member. In the name field, enter the name of the member or shareholder. If the selected identification type is NRIC, the date of birth is automatically populated once you enter a valid NRIC. Otherwise, in the date of birth field, select the date of birth of the member from the calendar icon. From the nationality drop-down list, select the nationality of the director. If the selected identification type is NRIC, the gender is automatically populated once you enter a valid NRIC. Otherwise, in the gender field, select the gender of the member from the date picker. From the race drop-down list, select the race of the member. In the address field, enter the address of the member. From the country drop-down list, and from the country, state and city drop-down list, select the country, state and city for the member's address. From the postcode drop-down list, select the postcode for the member's address. In the email field, enter the email of the member. In the mobile number, office number, and fax number, enter the mobile number, office number, and fax number of the member. In the price per share (RM) field, enter the price per share of the member. In the number of share field, enter the number of shares of the member. And from the class of share drop-down list, select the class of share of the member. Then tick the checkbox Promoter Directors are not disqualified under the Companies Act 2016. And after all compulsory fields are filled, please click Save button. The third method to adding in members' information is as body corporate. Select body corporate as promoter type. And then for the type of the company, if the company registration number field, enter the company registration number of the body corporate. If type is limited liability partnership LLP or registration of companies ROC, enter an old company registration number. Click search button to search if there is existing body corporate. If selected body corporate is others, you need to select government agency and fill out Establishment Act. Otherwise, you may skip this. The information will be displayed for existing body corporate. In the price of share, RM, enter the price of the company share. In the number of share, enter the number of the share taken by. In the class of share drop-down, you can select class of share. In the name of person, type the representative name of body corporate. In NRIC or passport, type NRIC or passport of the representative. In designation, type designation of the representative. Upload consent letter or resolution by body corporate by clicking Choose File button, search for the file and click Upload button to upload. Click on the Save button to proceed. The last step in section C, you will need to fill information to agency. Click on the Information to Agency tab. If you have employee, select Yes from Do you have any employees, or else select No. If you select No, information in number 3 until 6 are not compulsory to fill out. And then section D, declaration section. Check declaration section checkbox as to proceed. The last section is section E, login information. This information will be auto-populated from name search application. You do not need to do anything here. Click Next button at the bottom of the form to proceed. You are then redirected to the preview page. You can view entered information here and download form as PDF file by clicking Download PDF button. Click Back button if there is any changes required. Click Submit button to proceed with incorporation. Once submit, you are then redirected to the transaction page. That's all the guidelines to incorporate your own company through MyCoID system. Thank you.